Hello friends, in this video we are going to see about the Pandya Dynasty. Let's begin this video friends. Pandya is a person who had been ruled South India near in Madurai. Madurai is the headquarters of Pandya. Let's begin this video friends. Before going to in this video, we are going to see the death and the affected peoples by the coronavirus. Nearly 37,583 people were been affected by this. In this, 196 people were been critical, and 814 people were been dead by the coronavirus, and 2,769 people were been recovered from the coronavirus. We can pray for 10 seconds, 5 seconds, and we can go into this video friends. The Pandya dynasty, also known as the Pandyas of Madurai, was the dynasty of South India, one of the three ethical Tamil lineage, the other two being the Chol and the Chera. The rulers of the three dynasties were referred to as the three crowned rulers of the Tamil country. The Pandyas ruled extensive territories at times, including the large portion of present-day South India and Sri Lanka. The age and the antiquity of the dynasty is difficult to establish. The early Pandya chieftains ruled their country from time immemorial, which included the inland city of Madurai and the southern part of Korai, and the country of Pandyas find mention in a number of Greco-Roman sources, and the edicts Maurya Emperor Ashoka. The Pandya were celebrated in the earliest available Tamil poetry. Greek and the Latin amounts coins with legends in the Tamil Brahmi scripts, and the Tamil Brahmi inscriptions suggested that the continuity of the Pandya dynasty from the 3rd century BCE to early century CE. The early historic Pandyas faded into obscurity upon the rise of Kalbara dynasty in South India. The Pandyas received under Kudungan towards the end of the 6th century, helped to establish the Kalabras in South India from 6th century to 9th century CE. The Chalukya of the Badami or Rashtraguptas of Deccan, the Pallavas of Kanchi and the Pandyas of Madurai dominated the politics of South India. The Pandyas at one time or another ruled or invaded the fertile estuary of Kaveri, the ancient Chera country, and Venadu, South Kerala, the Pallava country and Sri Lanka. The Pandyas went into decline with the rise of Cholas of Tanjavur in themselves with the Sinhali in the 19th century and were in constant conflict with them. The Pandyas held themselves with the Sinhalis and Cheras in harassing the Chola emperor until they found an opportunity to reviving their fortunes during the 13th century. The Pandyas entered the golden age under Maravarman Sundara I and Jatavarman Sundar I, who expanded the empire into the Telugu country, South Kerala, and conquered Sri Lanka. The Pandyas of Uchanga in the Tungabhadra Valley was related to the Pandyas of Madurai. During their history, the Pandyas were repeatedly in conflict with the Pallavas, Cholas, Holias, Cheras, and internal crisis in the Pandya Empire coincided with the Khalji invasion of South India in 1310 to 1311. The ensuing political crisis saw more sultanate raids and plunder, the loss of South Kerala and North Sri Lanka, and the establishment of Madurai Sultanate in the mid-16th century. The Vijayanagara governor of the Madurai declared independence and established Madurai Nayak dynasty. According to tradition, the legendary Sangams were held in Madurai under the patronage of the Pandyas, and some of the Pandyas claimed to be poets themselves. The Pandya country was home to number of reowned temple including Meenakshi temple in Madurai. After the revival of the Pandya power by Kodangu and Shaivat Nayanar and the Vaishavite all was rose to prominence. It is known that the Pandya rulers followed Jainism for a short period of time in history. Now we can see about the etymology and original legends. The word Pandya is thought to be derived from the ancient word Pandu, mean old. The theory suggested that in early historic Tamil lexicon, the word Pandya means old country in contrast with Chola by meaning new country, Chera mean hill country, and Pallava mean branch in Sanskrit. The etymology of Pandya is still a matter of considerable speculation among scholars. Apart from the derivation mentioned, a number of other theories to appear in historical studies. According to the ancient Tamil legends, the three brothers Cheran, Cholan and Pandyan ruled in the common at south city of Korai. While Pandya remained at home, his brother Cheran and Cholan after separation found their own kingdom in north and west. Epic poem Silapadigaram mentioned that the emblem of Pandyas was that of a fish. The Pandyas assumed several titles on them, being Meenavan, meaning he of the fish. North Indians traditional such as great epics and Puranas often associate southern India with sage Agastya. Agastya appeared prominently in medieval Tamil literature also. Folklorists attribute Alivrani as one of the early historic ruler of the Pandya. She is attributed as an Amazonian queen whose servants were men and administrative officials and army were women. She is thought of ruling the whole western and northern coast of Sri Lanka. Of her capital Kudiramalai where remains of what is thought of as her fort are found. She is sometimes seen an incarnation of Pandya associated gods Meenakshi and Kangai. And now we can see the sources of Pandya history. Archaeology source. Pandyas are also mentioned in the inscription of Mayura Emperor. In the inscription, Ashoka referred to the people of the southern India. The Cholas, Kerala Putras, Pandyas and Satyaputras, these polities, although not a part of the Mayur Empire, were on friendly terms with Ashoka. The conquest of Dharma has been born here. The conquest by Dharma has been born here. On the borders and even 700 yojanas away were the Greek king Antiochus rulers. Beyond there were the four kings named Ptolemy, Antigonus, Magas and Alexander the Great rule. Likewise in the south among the Cholas, the Pandyas, and as far as Tampraparni river. The earliest Pandya to be found in the epigraph is Nedunjelian, figuring in the Tamil Brahmi Mugalam inscription assigned into 3rd to and 2nd century BCE. The record documents a gift of rock cut beds to a Jain ascetic. It is assumed that the people found in the Magulam inscription, Nedunjelian, Kadalam and Izanchadigan, predator rulers such as Talayanganam, Nedunjelian and Palayaga Mudugudumi, Peruvaludi. Karavela, the Kalinga king who ruled during the 1st century BCE, is the Hadigubba inscription claimed to have destroyed an old confederacy of Tamil countries which had lasted 132 years and to have acquired a large quantity of pearls from the Pandyas. Silver punch-marked coins with the fish symbol of the Pandyas dating from around the same time have also been found. Early Tamil literature, the early history Pandyas are celebrated in the earliest available Tamil poetry. The poem refers to about the 12 Pandya rulers. According to tradition, the legendary Sangams were held in Madurai under the patronage of the Pandyas. Several Tamil literary works such as Irayanar Agaporal mention the legend of three separate Sangams and ascribes their patron to the Pandyas. Pandya rulers such as Nedunjelian, the victory of Talayanganam and Mudikodumai Peruvaladi, the patron of several sacrificed hells, find mention in a number of poems. Besides several short poems found in the Agananuru and Purananura collection, there are two major works, Madurai Kanji and Nedunal Vetai, which gives us glimpse into the society and commercial activities in the Pandya country during the early history period. The Purananuru and Agananuru collection contains poems sung in a phrase of Pandya rulers and also poems that were claimed to be composed by the rulers themselves. Besides the poem, King Peruvaludi is also mentioned in later copper plate grant. In the work Madurai Kanji, the another Mangudi Maradanar refers to his patron Talayangana Nedunjelian as the Lord of Korkai and the warlord of the southern Paradavar people. It contains a full-length description of Madurai and the Pandya country under the rule of Nedunjelian. In the famous battle of Talayalagan, it's Talayalanganam, the Pandya said to be have defeated his enemies. Defeated his enemies. He is also praised for his victory of Milai and Muturu, two whale centers along the ocean. The Nedulai Vetai by Nakira contains a description of King Nedunjelian's palace. Foreign sources: Greek and Latin source refer to the ancient Tamil countries, same the Tamilagam as Limerick and Demirais. Pandyas are also mentioned by Greek author Megasthenes, where he writes about India kingdom being ruled by women. He described the Pandya country in Indiga as occupying the portion of India which lies southward and extends to the sea. According to his account, the kingdom had 365 villages, each of which was expected to meet the needs of royal households for one day in the year. He described the Pandya queen at the time. Pandya was the daughter of Heracles. Pling the elder referred to the Pandya ruler of Madurai in general terms. The author of Peripulus of the Arthurian Sea described the riches of Pandyan kingdom. Nachanda is distant from Mussoorie by river and sea about 500 stadia and is of other kingdom, the Pandyan. This place also is situated on a river about 120 stadia from the Arabian Sea. The country of the Pandya was described as Pandya Mediterranean and Madura Regia Pandyas by Ptolemy. Strabo states that an Indian king called Pandyan sent August Caesar presents and gifts of honor, and the 1st century Greek historian Nicholas of Damascus met at Antioch. The ambassador sent by a king from India named Pandyan, according to authors Porus, to Caesar Augustus around 13 CE. The Roman Emperor Julian received an embassy from Pandya about 361 CE. Chinese historian Yuhan in his 3rd century CE text, the Velio mentioned the Panya kingdom. The kingdom of Panya is also called Hanyagwak. It is this several thousand miles to the southeast of Tilai, North India. The inhabitants are small. They are the same height as the Chinese. Scholar John E. Hill identified Panya as Pandya kingdom. However, others have identified it with an ancient state located in modern Burma and Assam. The Chinese traveler Zhang mentioned a kingdom further south from Kanjipuram. A kingdom named Malakuta, identified with Madurai, described by his Buddhist friend at Kanjipuram. In the later part of 13th century, Venetian traveler Marco Polo visited the Pandya kingdom and left a vivid description of the land and its people. The darkest man is here the mostly high esteemed and considered better than the others who were not so dark. Let me add that in very truth these people portray and depict their gods and their idols black and their devils white as snow. For they saw that God and all the saints are black and the devils are all white. That is why the portray them as I have described. This is the thing I came to saying in this video, friends. Thanks for watching this video, friends.